Do you guys know if we're allowed to listen to music on YouTube live? I don't want to get welcome to remember preferences. I don't see anything in the like here that says that you can't listen to music, but I don't want to like mess up any guidelines or anything like that. I'm just icing my face right now because I'm about to do like makeup. But I wanted to listen to some music with you guys, but I don't want to get like a violation on here because I'm like new to YouTube. How do you see the chat? Oh, maybe there's nothing in the chat yet. YouTube is really different. I'm usually live on TikTok, but YouTube is different, which is good. Welcome in, everyone. I'm about to get ready to do my makeup. I'm just icing my face. I just did my skin care. These are the products that I use on my skin. And I'm just icing it to just kind of wake myself up a little bit more. Good morning, good morning. Come on in, guys. If anybody's ever been on a YouTube live before, do you know if you're allowed to listen to music on live? Do you guys mind putting that in the chat if you're allowed to listen to music on the live? All right, so my face feels good. Um, I have eczema. I don't know if anybody on here has eczema, but I have severe eczema. So you'll see it on my hands. I wait until after I finish doing my skincare to like moisturize it because I don't want it to interfere with the products. But I use Aquaphor as well as a medicated ointment, halobetazole. If anybody has eczema, you know. If you know, you know. Good morning, Ava. Thank you so much. This is my first time on YouTube Live. I usually go live on TikTok. But I wanted to come on here and do my makeup with you guys because I think this is a really cool platform. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Good morning. I hope I don't look like Beyonce, actually. That's not a compliment to me. That is not a compliment to me. Yeah, typically, when you speak to people, they should speak back. So I don't know how many YouTube lives you've been in. Do people not respond to you when you speak? When you go on YouTube lives, do they not respond to you? That's horrible. Good morning, Miss D. Miss D is from Florida. How is it over there in Florida? Okay, so I'm gonna get started, guys. Hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully everything goes well. This is my first get ready with me YouTube edition. I would like to play some like calm music in the background, but I don't really know how like copyrights work. So, hopefully everything goes smoothly. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to work my way over to YouTube. If you guys get a chance, you guys can check out my TikTok or just check out my YouTube page and you'll see like the kind of content that I put out. So yeah, I'm gonna get started, guys. So after I put my medication on, it's significantly better. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Like different platforms, I don't think you can play music in the background. I don't think I can either. Is it loud? I'm gonna put the volume down low. I'm gonna put the volume down low. So, let me know if the music is too loud. So I'm gonna get started. I use edge boosters to kind of slick down the perimeter of my hairline back. Um, I don't know what unit I'm gonna wear today. I usually display different wigs, different styles to give people options to choose from. So I'm just gonna prep and my hair so whatever style it is that I do put on, by the time I'm done doing my makeup, I will be ready to go. One thing I've heard, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. One thing I heard about YouTube though is like YouTube are full of trolls. Are you, is like, is that true? Okay, that's good. Do you guys have power over there in Florida? Because it's like the news is like not really reporting a lot. It's just like you'll get an update one day and then the next day it's like nothing ever happened. Unless you have family in Florida that can give you like real time updates. What's with the shower helmet? This isn't a shower helmet. This is a wig cap. It's different from a shower cap. The shower cap are like plastic. This is a fabric cap that helps lay your hair down when you're putting on different units like a wig. I have locks on under, so I use it for compression. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not sure what unit I'm gonna wear. I'm actually gonna put another cap on because that this one I've yanked at it so much that it's like tearing. So I'm just gonna get a new one. I have so many of these. Sounds like a lot of work to be black. No, not at all. I mean, naturally, you just kind of are who you are. Um, I don't know why anybody would want to be anything other than who they are or what they like. I think it would only be hard for you if you're trying to be black, but if you're naturally black, then it shouldn't be hard. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from New York. I'm from the East Coast. Thank you, Ava. So I'm gonna start with my makeup. I like to use the Got to Be glued on my eyebrows. It gives it like a laminated effect or like a sculpted effect. And it just helps with shaping. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just a little bit on a spoolie. And I'm just gonna use that to shape my brows. Welcome to everybody coming in this rising. I just want us to kind of be, respectful of everybody's space. You know what I mean? I feel like people come in the chat and they start talking, and it's kind of like, uh, you know, good morning. Good morning from Pennsylvania. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, this is my first time going live on YouTube. I wanted to see what the community looks like. Um, I know you're gonna get trolls everywhere that you go, but like some platforms, once you figure out the algorithm, you know how to kind of like maneuver through that. In addition to that being said, it's not really easy going live. I don't know if you guys have done it before, but it's not that easy going live, right? You're meeting different people, different personalities, and you're interacting, right? So if I was walking down the street, some of the things that might be said on the chat, somebody may never ever stop me in the street and have the audacity to say. So it's kind of like, you know, you got to keep that in mind because people are going to play. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. Where's everybody watching from right now? I know we had someone from Florida. We also have someone from Pennsylvania. Uh, that's why you're not sensitive. You're from New York. Yeah, I mean, you see everything in New York. You see everything in New York. I mean, yeah. What is that, Ava? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. So I'm just letting my eyebrows dry with the product. Um, sure. I feel like what people don't understand is like in this world, right? People are gonna, I don't even know if I want to say like people, but you're always gonna be met with some type of negativity, right? And I feel like the negative experience is based off of your interaction and how much energy you give it. So it's like if the intent for something is to be like malicious or provoking, it can only get you to that point if you allow it, right? People are gonna try, but you have to kind of like give that go for it to kind of work. Ooh, Hawaii. Ooh, that's cool. How is it in Hawaii? I like when I hear about Hawaii, no lie, no lie. When I hear about Hawaii, I think about like a segment that I saw where they were saying like, stop coming to Hawaii. You guys are making like the cost of living way more expensive. But I would love to visit Hawaii. Would love to. Thank you to everybody that's joining the live this rising. This is my first live on YouTube. And I have to say, so far, so good. You guys are pretty cool. And I like that. Can you guys hear the music in the background? Hopefully, YouTube is really nice to me today and I don't get any violations for playing music. I wanted to play something calm, you know, not too loud and rambunctious. So I'm gonna start lining my eyebrows. Right now, I am using a slither of a pencil because I believe in using all of my products. But typically, I like to use beauty supply store pencils. I have a few different shades that I alternate to kind of give me the shade that I would like. Um, so yeah, if you're somebody who's interested in doing makeup, but maybe you don't have the funds for makeup, but you still would like to explore, I would say try out your local beauty supply store, see what they have, and test it out. You know, you don't have to spend so much money, especially if you're just starting out and you're familiarizing yourself with the different products. It's very expensive, but this place would be a nice place to visit. Yeah, I've had family actually visit Hawaii, and they've always told me like that is their best trip and that they would go every year. But they did express that it is an expensive trip and the flight is long and things of that nature. How do you go live? Well, when you go on YouTube, there's like an add button to either post videos, shorts, and go live. So, like I said, today's my first time, so I'm just figuring it out. So we'll see. So far, so good. So I have a mirror in front of me. So if you guys see me looking off camera, I'm looking at the mirror to kind of like obviously see what I'm doing. For me, I outline my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows like a 2016 type of brow. I like my brows bold and I like them to stand out. Like I said, I have a few brown pencils where I alternate between the different pencils to get a shade that I would actually like. This music is awesome. Like I gotta get used to YouTube's algorithm because, like I said, I don't want to violate any guidelines. But at the same time, I want us to have like a really nice atmosphere, uh, a good community where, like, if you guys join this live, you guys know what to expect. I don't want it to be like a hostile. I don't want it to be like a hostile environment. I want it to be calm, especially if I'm coming because I'm from the East Coast. So right now for me in the East Coast, it is 6:14 in the morning. Um, so for me, the tone that you set is what really like navigates the remainder of the day. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, like when they're doing their makeup, like one side never looks like the other. That is like, I find it so funny because, like, I guess, like, my dominant eye is, like, showing. It's like, blah, and then, you know? So, let's see. I'm going to go back in with that spoolie to just kind of blend out the product. You guys are not going to want to miss the ending of this. I think this is something that you guys will enjoy. But you got to stick around to the end to know that. You know what they say, trust the process. Right? So this side is a little chaotic, a lot of chaotic. And then this side is a little bit more subtle and controlled. But it doesn't matter because the whole point of makeup is that you can fix, remove, put, add. It's up to you. It's a creative expression. All right, so now I'm gonna shape my brows. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I have mine in the color tan, which is also the color number 45. And on a slanted brush, I'm gonna put some of the product on there to help me shape out my brows. All right, guys, so we're gonna start off with this brow. If you know anything about, matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with this brow because it's so controlled. I want this side to match the other, so I'm gonna use this one as my, I guess, like the guide. So all you're gonna want to do, I can't talk to this through this process, but what you're gonna want to do is shape the brow bone. Okay, so just like this. And I like to start like towards the middle because the product is most concentrated when you initially put the brush onto the skin. So from picking up the product to having it on the brush to then applying it to the skin, it's most concentrated. So I like to concentrate that towards the midsection and then pull that outwards. And then with the remaining product, I like to work my way towards the front. Okay? I can put as much as I want. Thank you so much for stopping by, Jasmine. I hope I can see you again in another live. Thank you so much for taking the time out to stop by. I hope you have a phenomenal day. Like someone said yesterday, have a phenomenal day on purpose. So I'm just going in with a brush to kind of just help with blending out the product. And just like that, you can see how under that brow is already defined, right? So I'm going to try to mimic the same height for the other brow. Keep in mind that your brows aren't identical naturally. So it's okay if it's also the same when you do your makeup, okay? So, oh, thanks, love. I appreciate that. You guys see that? Grand Rising, how are you today, love? Thank you for joining the live. Once again, going in with that brush to just help distribute the product. Okay? Once again, I'm trying to get them as identical as possible, but I personally know that that's something that I struggle with. So if I get at least close to that, I'm okay with it. Okay? So now the next product I'm going to use is I'm going to go in with my Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in the shade 15. And I'm going to use the lighter side. This palette is a dual palette, so it's a side that's darker and a lighter side, almost like a highlight and a contour palette. But I use the darker side to tint my lace wigs. I don't really use it on my skin. I use it as a product for my hair, but I'm always left with this lighter part, and I use this lighter part to conceal the top portion of my eyebrows. I find that it's a nice brown that's close to my skin tone, but still a little lighter so I can get that defined brow. The key to a good brow, guys, is practice. That's number one. That's number one key. Practice makes better, right? So you'll learn how to become a little bit more stable. You'll learn how you like your brows for yourself and your face the more you do it. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a technique that I've kind of taught myself while doing my makeup, is you bring your hand over the top. You could rest it on there if your hand isn't stable, but just make sure that the slant, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but just make sure that the slant is always towards the front, or the nose, right? Is always going to face towards the nose, right? So when you're doing the other side, you want to make sure that that slant is facing the center, okay? I was breathing, but you know, you got to like really concentrate. Um, yeah, however you need to get it, do that. But the position of your brushes is very imperative also, because the brush is helping with precision and shaping. So if you don't have that, if you don't even have it positioned in the right way, it's not going to give you that. Okay, so that's decent, right? That's decent. Keep in mind that when you do makeup, or personally for me, I do my eyebrows first. Um, but then I put like foundation and concealer. Those brushes are gonna come into that area that you worked on, right? So I'm doing my eyebrows first. The next step after that is foundation. As I do foundation around my brows, I have to think about the placement of my brushes or whatever the tool is that I'm using, because I don't want it to ruin the integrity of the work that was done prior to that step. Um, and I personally feel like, I don't know how anybody else does their makeup, but I feel like putting foundation all over your face and then doing your eyebrows is like, how do you do that? Like, you have so much product on your eyebrows can't take anything else. That's how I feel. So, so we're gonna do this side here. Pretty much the same idea. I don't really like to start all the way in the beginning. I like to start like in the midsection. And you can start off big, and then the more you go in, you can take more height off of the shape of the brow that you're doing. All right, so I know this brow is bigger than that one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly work my way down so that I can maintain the shape while removing some of it at the same time. So once I get the height as even as possible, I'll go back under the brow to make sure that I get the arch symmetrical also. So like that's the thing about makeup. Like makeup isn't for everybody because like there are steps to makeup that you have to really take your time to do. And I think the thing about it is like if you don't have the patience to do it correctly, it's not going to look good and you're not going to want to do it. Um but that's the whole point of like practicing, to work up that patience to know, okay, I need to slow down so that my hands are a little bit more steady so that when I do my brows, they're as defined as I would like them to be. Okay? So I feel like in terms of like the height on the top, they're okay. But I think like this arch is significantly different from this one, but that's like naturally how it is. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get them to look identical. I'm not adding any more product right now. Picasso. With a beauty sponge, I like to take the sponge. It helps me distribute the product better also. So this brow is like on a slant because of the way that I penciled it in. And because this one is like directly in front of me, it's like upward. But once again, that is okay. They're not going to be identical, you know? They're not. So I have to like keep in mind to like slant it. And by no ways, guys, I'm not a makeup guru, girly, or whatever. I just do my makeup, and I just wanted to come on live to show you guys, like, how I achieve, like, the looks that I get. So, yeah. Okay. So, for my foundation, I'm going to end up using two different foundations because I haven't, like, gotten, like, my perfect color match. So, I'm going to use this Maybelline's Fit Me, and I'm also going to use my Cover Effects, these two, to try to see if I can get, like, it's not gonna match like 100%. It's either gonna be like too dark or too light. But let's see. I'm gonna start off with the Cover Effects because my Cover Effects is like a warmer tone, and then my Maybelline is a little lighter. And I think both foundations have I think both foundations have like really full coverage because like my problem area is like right around my chin, and it does a really good job covering it. Once again, thank you to everybody that's up this rising, joining us for the live. Today is my first live session, and so far it's going amazing. Amazing. Okay. I don't know what brightness I want to put this on. Oh my god, it gets brighter. Oh, this is so bright. It's so bright. I love these lights. They're like amazing. So I'm just making sure to like try to blend out the foundation as best as possible. Okay, so this is the foundation, right? This is the foundation. I'm not gonna lie, like YouTube Live is totally different from from any other live that I've done. Well, I'm so excited. I'm excited because I just want to see what the end result looks like for both of us. But I'm really optimistic. I really shouldn't, but I'm just going to take the rest of that product and just put it up here. Just so that I don't have like product just like on the brush. I'm just taking off all that extra foundation. My manager is on the live. My manager is on the live. This song is just too loud. Let's listen to this song. This song is much more calmer. Okay, so next I'm gonna go back in with my Maybelline. I'm gonna go back in with my Maybelline concealer. And I'm just gonna conceal under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, under my eyes. My forehead, my cupid's bow, under my chin, and then I like to define like my cheekbone area. I always forget the technique that I do. I have to like make a face. I always forget what the face is. Okay, there it is. It's always one side that's like not. So I have a beauty blender. I usually use my beauty blenders damp. This one is not as damp as I would like it to be. So I'm not really sure how it's going to distribute the concealer, but we're going to see. So when it's not as moist, it isn't as easy to distribute the product, but you can still use it. I might end up running to put some to re-wet it, because the point of the beauty blender for me is it's supposed to give it like a blurring effect also. Is it gonna be warm today? I'm usually like cold at this time. I'm like warm. Yeah, I'm gonna re-wet the sponge because it's not really moving the product like it usually does for me. Give me a second, guys. And I feel like on YouTube you can't like pause the live, so just give me one moment, okay? I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Don't want much here, y'all. Yeah, when the sponge is damp, it just makes the product easier to distribute. I always get so hungry around this time. Like my stomach is like, feed me. It's so interesting because like the camera on my phone for YouTube, it makes like the makeup look it makes the makeup look like really like I don't know what's on it. Um it looks grainy. It looks grainy, and I just went to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror. I'm like, why doesn't it look like this on camera also? So I guess that's like one of the give and takes about what this exchange is gonna be. Let me see if it's looks so weird. It looks so weird, don't lie. So that's that. Next, I'm going to go in with my contour palette in the darkest brown that is in the palette, and I'm going to use that as my contour shade. And I'm going to use that to bring some warmth back into my face. And I like to put that anywhere that I did not highlight. So my temples, um, under my cheekbone, right? I like to sculpt out the shape of my forehead. And then I also use the same product to sculpt the bridge of my nose. And then I like to carry that product right into my eye socket to help blend with the contour. When you do this, what it does is it makes the transition from the front of your eyebrows to right in that arch. It just defines that a little bit for you. So it highlights the brown bone. It highlights the brow bone while like contouring the socket of your eye. So this stands out, and this kind of takes like a back seat, or it should be like a flat, almost like flat surface. So the brow bone should be highlighted, and then as it goes from the highlight, it should transition into like a neutral color on your eye. I'm not putting any eyeshadow on. I don't really put eyeshadow on every day. Okay? And then another trick is to go right up under your chin, right here. And that gives you an illusion of like a really chiseled jawline, right? So for me, I use this trick or this hack to hide my double chin. Just like that. You kind of like carve out the jawline. It just makes it a little bit more defined. Okay? I'll also do this area. Doing this now, and then I'll probably take this off later because I want to go to the gym today. I want to go to the gym this morning. So I'm getting this out the way so that by the time I'm done with this, I just wash my face off and then just head to the gym. Okay, so we've got those areas contoured. I don't want to put too much highlight, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want under my eye to be too dark because of the contour. So you'll see me from time to time go back in with my beauty sponge. I just think that it helps blend everything together. I'm using this brush all over. I'm flipping it, turning it, everything, just turning it all around, using all sides. This flatter side is really for the face, but you'll see me use the pointed side a lot because I want to get into like these hard to reach areas. But yeah, so the next step is powder. I hope the powder doesn't like make me look crazy. But I have some powder on a paper that I poured onto the paper. And what I do is I like to dip my sponge onto the product. And then on another side, I like to pat the excess off before putting it on. And that just gives like an airbrush finish. And I'm putting that everywhere that I highlighted initially. And then it gives like a blurring effect also, which I like because I'm like really oily or like really like shiny in those areas. So I like to tone it down a notch with that, with this step. Okay, so that gave us a blurring effect um with what am I trying to say? A blurring effect in addition to like helping us control the shine. So if you're somebody who likes a matte finish look, this look is for you. I gotta fix my lash clusters. All right, that should be enough for now. Next, I'm going to seal in the contours that I did with a dark brown from my Juvia's Place palette in the Warrior 2. So everywhere that I contoured with the cream, I'm going back over it with a powder. So the concept that you want to keep in mind is with whatever cream or liquid that you use, you're going to want to set it into place with a powder. Just be careful when you're using your brush. You don't want it to kind of like blow out into areas you don't want the product to go. That can happen very easily, trust me. It happens all the time. Oh, it's off. I'm like, why does it look like that? Okay, it came off. It could have just said that it wanted to come off. Has anybody have like has anybody ever had like a horror story from like wearing wigs? Or like maybe like a makeup horror story? I gotta get used to this, guys. I feel like I feel like doing my makeup on live makes my makeup look even better in person. Because like looking at the camera, I'm like, oh, I want to fix this. Oh, I want to fix that. But then like when I look at the mirror, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So this is actually really fun. And makeup is not for everyone. Wigs are not for everyone. It's really a preference. You have to know what you like. You like nobody can convince you to like something you don't like, you know? Okay, that's that. I'm probably gonna be doing too much right now by doing this, but I want to put a little bit more highlighter right back under my ear. Just a little. Okay. All right. Now, the next step for me would be to use a setting spray to help all of the powders and the creams kind of mix together. But because my lash clusters are kind of like, I washed my face like very aggressively today to just try to like get a lot of stuff off my face. And I think that's what kind of interfered with the lashes because they stay on for like weeks. Like I usually have to take them off. So I'm gonna fill them in really quickly. If anybody's ever used lash clusters before, you guys are familiar with it. This is the tray that I use. I have a few trays that I kind of go into from time to time. But this one is right in front of me, so we're going to use this one. And I'm just going to fill in any gaps that where the lashes might have come off. Alright, so I'm missing some right in this area. So I'm gonna put two in. What's this? Is this my lash? Yes it is. Yes it is. Oh my gosh. I hate when this happens because I feel like I want to redo the whole set, but I'm not. Okay, so what I'm looking for is in front of my face, so that's good. But I'm looking for my. Each pack comes with like a really sharp tweezer. I'm looking for that because it just helps with the precision when you're putting the lash on your eyelash. But because I can't find it, I think I'm just gonna use this. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with a number. I'm gonna go in with. Let me see what number. I'm gonna go in with 212s. I think 212s will be fine in that area. 212s coming right up. That's one. Might do like a 12 and a 13. Yeah, that 12 can go right in the front. So you want to take your lash cluster on a tweezer. It comes with a bond and seal. You're supposed to put some of the bond on the base of your eyelash. And then what I like to do is I like to put some of the bond on top of the strip of the I also like to put some of the bond on the base of the cluster. I'm running out of product. Gucci, y'all. Come on, product. Come on up to the surface. Don't be shy. I have so many of these. It's not even funny. I might have to use a different tube. Like, these things acts like I leave it open. Alright, come on. Alright, we got some of that on the base. Close that up. And then I'm going to apply it with my super shaky hand. Just make sure that your tweezers are clean when you're doing this process, because if your tweezers have glue on it from like your previous application, it's going to stick to the lash and it's going to make it hard to come off. And then with the base of the tweezer, just want to carefully push that on. Alright, let's see. So that has filled up that gap. I'm going to put another one next to it. Feels like a Friday today. Am I the only one? Feels like a Friday. Ah. Okay, so that's coming along. And then I have a lash in the front already. It's just you're unable to see it. So let me figure out how to get it to fall in line. Sometimes it just needs to be placed properly. And then like it looks different because I think I got some foundation on it, but you guys can see it. They're really subtle. Really subtle. I feel like I need to put another one in the front. But I really don't want to, so I'm not. Now, I'm just gonna, I have a little bit of product left on there. I'm gonna just use that to mattify my eyelids because I'm not putting any foundation or, what's it called? Eyeshadow on my eyelids. So I'm just going in. Why not? Why not? Okay. I feel like maybe another one up there would help with that transition a little bit. But I really don't mind it because I'm gonna like wash my face right off. Okay, so now let's spray our face. I got my setting spray in front of me. And where is my little fan that I like to use? That I had in front of me. Oh wow. This is so interesting to me. How things are like literally in front of my face, but when it's time to like find it, I can't. Alright, it'll show up. So anyways, I'm gonna spray my face and then I'm just gonna use this to dry it. I added this is not spraying the same way it used to. It's not spraying the same way it used to. I added sunscreen in my setting spray to see if like it'll help with the set, but I think it made it thicker. I think I need to dilute it. It's like really thick. It used to spray very like misty. Now it's thickening up. I'm sure it's because of the sunscreen. When you use the setting spray, it just helps everything like melt. But I definitely ruined the nozzle on this because now it's spraying like thick globs. Before it was like really misty. But that's okay. The only thing about the thick globs is like you could see them. So I'm just going to go back in with my sponge to help distribute it again. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay. So next I'm going to do my lip combo. And my lip combo consists of a brown nude lip, which is my go-to every day. Before I forget, I'm just going to set those lashes that I put right in that area so that it becomes waterproof and doesn't budge. And then let me just go get my gloss because I thought I had it. So I'll be right back, guys. Where's my bag? I thought I came with my bag. I thought I came with my bag. This lash in the front is acting up. I think she's like, oh my god, we're on YouTube today. I'm so shocked. Alright, anyways. With my brown pencil, I'm going to line my lips. Oh, I forgot my blush. Oh, wow. I forgot to put blush on. I'm sure I forgot to put blush on for a reason. Whatever that reason is, I guess we'll never know. like to play connect the dots. My manager is probably looking at this like, what is she doing? Doing too much. I'm just going over with my foundation brush to soften up any areas. All right. You see how like the brows kind of like I don't want to say fall into place, but they kind of like fall into place when you do them first. When you do them last, I feel like they are like harder to blend. Oh my gosh, I need to stop doing this. Like, huh? So I'm gonna show you guys two afro wigs that I have. Let me show you guys my favorite first. So this one is my favorite. You can definitely make it big, small, shape it however you want. It does not shed. It does not shed. I could pick this until my pick breaks. It does not shed. Even got a little coil right there. So I usually like pick it out and then I style it, shape it. I feel like it got bigger and bigger, which I think is really cool. I didn't see what that does. So this is one. I'm trying to find the color lighting that I like. So that's one. I'm gonna show you guys the other one. But this one is my favorite. I just think it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And then this one, I've been like avoiding wearing this one, no lie, guys, because I don't want it to get too frizzy, you know? I have some pins in it, so let me just take the pins out. Oh my god, imagine going to the gym with this? No way. So I've been avoiding this one because I really like this one. I like the curls, but I don't want it to frizz up too fast. So this one is not going to be an everyday wear for me personally. First of all, let's get it on there good. I don't want it too much on my face though. Trust me, this is mimicking somebody's natural curl out there somewhere. Where are my scissors? Because I feel like I'm going to end up cutting the front right there. Because that part has been bothering me right here. So like if you have hair like this, or this is like a style that you like, but like maybe say it's like too big for you, just take a couple of pins and just kind of maneuver the height that you want or that you're comfortable with. You just don't want it to be obvious though, you know? Right? Yeah, so I mean these units are all, thank you, I appreciate it. These units are like big afro units, so it's like not for everybody. So if like big hair is too much for you, I don't think you'd want to gravitate towards this unit because this is a like this hair is huge. And like I put those pins in there, so the pins is like definitely holding a lot of the weight. But we'll stop here. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined the live. Thank you so, so much. Um, I hope and plan to go live on YouTube more often. Just kind of like trying to figure out the platform and what it needs, what it requires. Um, so yeah, thank you to everybody who joined this rising, and we're gonna sign off. If you haven't done so, go ahead and give me a follow or subscribe, because I post content like this. And also that way when I go live, you guys will get notifications of me being live. This is so cute. So cute. All right, everyone, have an amazing day. And thank you once again. Go ahead and subscribe for content like this. You can connect with me on my different socials if you're interested in doing that also. And hopefully, next time we come in, we can have a more interactive chat where we can get to know each other a little bit better, and continue to build this community of people who like to do hair and makeup, kind of chit chat, connect, and kind of build a bridge so that we can connect. So yeah, thank you to everybody, and I'll see you guys on another live. So sweet.